We will go into great detail about 5 habits that, in just 1 week, completely changed my life. Sure enough, that was said exactly a week ago. You may think these are just ordinary advice you hear all the time, but trust me when I say they aren't. These are unvarnished, sincere, and authentic habits that I have incorporated into my everyday schedule. I underwent incredible transformation as a result of my hardships, victories, and breakthroughs. These have significantly changed my life, and I genuinely think they can have the same effect on yours, which is why I'm so happy to share them with you. These habits can assist you in achieving your goals, whether they are to increase productivity, enhance mental well-being, or bring about positive changes in your daily routine. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's get started. You will want to read through to the end, I promise, because these habits aren't just theoretical. Instead, they are doable, practical actions that you can begin putting into practice right now. I'll also be sharing some of my own experiences and learnings from the journey, so you can get a real, unvarnished look at how these routines helped me. Without further ado, let's get started. Habit 1. Waking up early. The first habit that completely changed my life was waking up early. Now, I'm going to be honest, I was never a morning person. My bed was my best friend, and I used to hit that snooze button way more times than I care to admit. Mornings were chaotic, and I often felt like I was starting my day on the wrong foot. But after deciding to give waking up early a shot, everything changed. I started by setting my alarm for 5 a.m. every day. Let me tell you, the first few mornings were brutal. Dragging myself out of bed, feeling groggy, and questioning if this was even worth it, it wasn't easy. But by the 3rd day, something magical happened. I began to appreciate the stillness of the early morning. There's something almost serene about being up before the rest of the world. The quiet, the calm, and the peace became something I looked forward to. With those extra morning hours, I found time for things I never had time for before. I started my day with light exercise, nothing too intense, just stretching or a short jog around the neighborhood. It woke me up and energized me for the rest of the day. I also took time to meditate, setting my intentions for the day. These mindful moments became key in boosting my productivity and overall well-being. I no longer felt rushed in the mornings. I had time to enjoy a healthy breakfast, sip my coffee, and plan out my day without feeling like I was in a race against time. One morning, I watched the sun rise from my balcony, and it was in that quiet moment of gratitude that I realized just how much waking up early was transforming me. If you're not a morning person, that's okay. I challenge you to try waking up just 15 minutes earlier each day and build from there. You might be surprised by how much of a difference it makes. Habit 2. Daily exercise. The second habit that transformed my life was daily exercise. Now, let me be clear, I wasn't always a fitness enthusiast. In fact, I used to find every excuse to avoid working out. I'm too tired, I don't have time, or I'll start tomorrow. Sound familiar? But I decided to commit to moving my body every single day, even if just for 20 minutes, and the results were incredible. I mixed it up with yoga, jogging, and strength training to keep things interesting. The first few days were tough. My muscles were sore, and I was exhausted. But by day 4, something shifted. I woke up feeling more energized, and my mood improved drastically. Those 20 minutes of exercise became more than just a way to burn calories. They became my time to focus on me. One particularly memorable moment was a crisp morning jog. It was just me, the open road, and my thoughts. That sense of clarity was truly empowering. Yoga also surprised me. I had hesitated, thinking I wasn't flexible enough, but it taught me to be present and listen to my body in a way I hadn't before. If you're struggling to start, my advice is simple. Start small and find a form of exercise you enjoy. Whether it's dancing, hiking, or a brisk walk, the benefits go far beyond the physical. It's a habit that can change not just your body but your mind as well. Habit 3. Journaling. Next up is journaling, a habit I used to think was for people who had too much time on their hands. But after trying it consistently for a week, I realized how powerful it could be for self-reflection and growth. I started by setting aside just 10 minutes every night to jot down my thoughts. I didn't pressure myself to make it perfect. It was just me and my notebook. At first, I wrote about my day, what made me happy, and what I struggled with. But as the days went on, I began diving deeper, writing about my goals, fears, dreams, and insecurities. Through journaling, I noticed patterns in my thoughts. One night, after a stressful day at work, I wrote down everything that was bothering me, and by the end, I felt a sense of relief and clarity. The act of putting my thoughts on paper allowed me to process my emotions better. I also started keeping a gratitude journal, writing down 3 things I was thankful for each day. This simple practice shifted my focus to what was going well in my life, rather than what was lacking. If you've never tried journaling, give it a shot. You don't need fancy apps or a perfect journal. Just grab a notebook and write whatever comes to mind. It's a powerful tool for self-reflection and growth. Habit 4. Mindful eating. Mindful eating was another game-changing habit for me. Like many people, I used to eat on autopilot, often distracted by my phone or TV. But when I made a commitment to eat mindfully for a week, it completely changed my relationship with food. Mindful eating is about paying attention to the experience of eating, savoring each bite, noticing the flavors, and listening to your body's hunger and fullness cues. I began setting a peaceful scene for my meals. No phone, no distractions, just me and my food. I started to really enjoy my meals. Foods I'd eaten hundreds of times tasted different. I found that by eating slowly and mindfully, I felt more satisfied and naturally ate less. Plus, I noticed how different foods made me feel. Processed foods left me sluggish, while whole foods gave me energy. If you're always on the go, I highly recommend trying mindful eating for at least 1 meal a day. It'll make you appreciate your food and how it nourishes your body. Habit 5. Limiting screen time. In today's digital age, screen time is a habit that can easily take over our lives. I used to scroll through social media or watch TV for hours, but after realizing how much it was affecting my mental health and sleep, I decided to set boundaries. I limited myself to 1 hour of non-work-related screen time each day. At first, it was tough, but I quickly realized how much more time I had for other activities. I started reading more, spending time outdoors, and reconnecting with old hobbies. The biggest change was in my sleep. By cutting down on screen time before bed, I started sleeping better and waking up more refreshed. If you feel like your screen time is getting out of hand, set small limits and see how it impacts your life. You might be surprised at how much more present and fulfilled you feel. And that wraps up the 5 habits that transformed my life in just 1 week. Each of these habits has the power to make significant positive changes in your life. Start with 1 habit, try it out for a week, and see how it feels. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. I'd love to hear from you. Which habit are you most excited to try? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more content like this. Thank you for watching, and remember, small changes lead to big results. Keep growing, keep evolving, and let's make our everyday routines powerful moments of self-improvement. Stay awesome, everyone.